Hello, Aries. Hello, all my little boos and ghouls. Welcome to your October 2022 Singles Love Reading. This is general Aries. It will not resonate with all of you. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Feel free to check your other signs, to other placements in your chart to see if there's more information, more guidance, more clarity, whatever it is you're looking for. You know, this is for those that are single, newly single, maybe have been single for a long, long time, maybe single and really not looking for a significant other. You're just single and wanting to say, hey, what's up in my life right now? You know, sometimes we have to do a lot of work on ourselves. Sometimes our partners have to do a lot of work on themselves in order for us to come together and find each other and for it to really work or really click. And sometimes it just takes time, and we have to allow the universe to do what the universe has to do, right? All right, guys. Let's see what we have going on for you. I'm going to pull some cards that are start out opening up the energy for you guys for Aries October 2022 Singles Love Reading. All right, that's for Aries. Y'all doing okay? It's still really hot here. If you hear that noise in the background, it is the fan running. I could not be reading if it wasn't on, and I apologize. I know it is very probably distracting for some of you, and I do apologize. But it's hot. It's a hot day. All right. Let us see what we have going on. We have the letter. Over a little bit. We have the fish and we have garden. These are kind of big cards. Beautiful. All right, let's get some clarifiers for you. This one is going to go with the letter because it flopped right on it. And night and blind. All right. All right, guys, we start right off in the middle with a letter and guarded. So this just tells me a letter can be a correspondence. It could be literally somebody writing you a letter. You could be getting email, text messages, some type of correspondence coming in. And you're guarded. It's like maybe you're talking to somebody. Maybe you're communicating with somebody. I don't know if there's a person that you're interested in or that's interested in you. Maybe you're corresponding. Maybe you're communicating. But it is you're guarded. It's like, oof, I don't know if I trust this. I don't know. Kind of wait and see. Kind of let's see what goes on. Let's see what happens. Let me try to fix this light. Sorry, it's driving me crazy. I don't know if that's going to be any better. You're guarded. You're biding your time. You're taking your time. You're not in a hurry. You're not in a rush. You're not... hurry up and we've got to see what happens. You're kind of like a wait and see attitude, but yet you're kind of excited a little bit, butterflies a little bit, right? We have the fish, we have movement. Again, all these cards are representing like positive things going on, but yet you're holding yourself back, Aries. You're holding yourself back, almost like you don't want to believe it, almost like you don't want to trust it. Maybe there's trust issues going on. We have fish can be very much abundance and prosperity and moving forward, and maybe finding your clique, because there's two fish here. They're not exactly the same, but they are fish. So maybe finding like-minded people, maybe expanding your horizons, maybe knowing that maybe knowing that who or what you're looking for isn't going to be exactly like you. There's going to be a lot of differences between you two, and be accepting of that. But there's love here. There's abundance here. There's a lot of prosperity here, and there's movement. And then with your clarifier card, it's like, I see the Knight card as maybe learning from past mistakes, flying into the future, taking the knowledge that you have and going forward with it. So it's not really a negative connotation. I just feel like it's you knowing your lessons and going forward with it, and knowing that maybe, yes, this is a good thing coming in, but you're not, again, getting your hopes up. You're just kind of seeing how things play out. I think you're older and wiser, Aries. I think you're older and wiser, and I almost said Scorpio, so there could be some significance with the Scorpio in your life when that happens to me, because there's no Scorpio presenting except for myself. I'm Scorpio. We have garden, so there could be some celebration, some kind of party, some kind of gathering that you're going to be invited to. There could be somebody there that likes you. There could be somebody there that you meet, but you might not have your eyes open to see. So this card is just telling me that if this coming month of October, or end of September into October, into the 1st of November, kind of the energies can kind of fall into that. If you're invited to some type of, I just don't want you to be invited to something like September 30th and it'd be perfect and you not go, or you go and this happens and you go, well, that wasn't supposed to happen to October. You know what I mean? So the energies can go into the other months. It's not just cut and dry for October. I'm reading more the October energies than September, but sometimes they pull in, is what I'm trying to say, or November. But you can be invited to some gathering, some type of celebration. And again, somebody likes you. You can meet somebody, but you're not open to it, or you're not wanting to see it, or you're not wanting to trust it. You know, it's almost like you're turning a blind eye to the situation. Even if somebody says, oh, you know, I think so-and-so likes you, and you're like, oh yeah, there's no way, or, you know, so-and-so wants your number, or so-and-so wants you to call them, or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I know. And it could just be that you're not ready yet. With the guarded card and the blind card, you're moving forward, lessons learned, and maybe you're just taking it slow. You're just feeling the water. You're not maybe ready for a full-blown relationship yet, and that could be where the blind's coming in. It's like, I don't want to start something that I'm not committed to, or I can't maybe fully engage in, or something like that. That's a possibility. All right, Aries, let's see what cards we have for you all. A little spookier theme going on here. Oop. Okay, they're telling me it goes this way. All right. So we have the Eight of Cups, yes. King of Wands, yes. Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. I can see why. Eight of Cups is walking away from something. You know, how close is this, really? Put some cups down there, right? Moving away from something that doesn't serve you, taking your lessons, learning your lessons, moving forward, moving out of that energy. Even though it could have been a rocky relationship, there could have, you know, it could have been love, or what you thought was love. It wasn't best suited to you. It wasn't good for you. It wasn't good for your emotions. It wasn't good for your feelings. It wasn't good for your growth, I feel, Aries. It wasn't good. It wasn't expansive. It wasn't expansive for you. You have King of Wands energy, which could be you, because you are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Taking charge of your life, taking charge of your situation, taking charge of what you want to manifest. You know, looking over the possibilities, thinking about the possibilities. If it's not you, it could be somebody coming in that is like-minded. It could be older than you. It could be a person even that is there to guide you or mentor you. If it's not a romantic interest, it's a king, and doesn't necessarily mean male. It can mean female. They take action. They take control. They take charge of. They don't wait around. They don't... you know, they don't, they're not shy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if there's a person in your life that likes you, you'll know it. They'll take charge. They'll command it. If it is you, you're just kind of overseeing everything. You know, you've grown up a lot, and you're overseeing kind of where you want your life to go, what your dreams are, what your desires are, what your passions, where your passions lie. And this could be a work-oriented also, where you're taking stock. I feel like you're taking stock of your life. You're kind of taking stock of where you are now and where you want to go. And I just feel it's really... with these two cards especially, it's like this king is looking over. It's like, I've come a long way. Look at how far I've come. Look at all my trials and tribulations I've come across, and here I'm still here, and I've grown, and I'm learning, and I continue to grow, and I continue to learn. And you do have movement forward in abundance with the fish, and you're taking, again, your lessons learned in with that. And there could be somebody you're talking to, you're guarded, and I just feel that maybe you're not ready. You're not ready to open your eyes and maybe have a quote-unquote full-blown relationship yet. But I do see, like with this garden card, I see these roses stand out. So there's growth here. You know, there's growth. It's not abandoned. It's being tended to. So even though you might feel like your love life's abandoned, or you might feel like, oh, this would never happen, or this couldn't happen, or whatever, there's growth. It could be... underneath the surface. It could be where you don't see it readily yet. You know, like in spring, you know, like all through the winter, things look dead, right? Everything looks dead all through the winter. And then you have this growth of spring, and things were happening under the surface all along. We just don't see it, or we didn't see it, or you don't see it. So you have this this energy of, you know, knowing it's coming, knowing it's coming. Wheel of Fortune, take a chance, take a gamble, spin the wheel. You know, you cannot have a relationship ever without taking a chance. There's no guarantees in relationships. There's no happily ever after stamps. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been together. I mean, it is what it is, right? You take a chance, you spin the wheel, you take a gamble. And this is telling me that the time's right. It's a 10 card. So the 10 is the end of a cycle. There's a fulfillment. You're on to the next. So again, taking the lessons learned, seeing what you've accomplished, seeing your growth and moving forward with it, and taking that knowledge with you. Again, there could be opportunity arises. You may be turning a blind eye to it, or you may be oblivious to it until somebody says, hey, you know, so-and-so really likes you, or whatever. So then, you know, that may pique your interest to, oh, let's take a chance. Let's take a gamble. Let's do this. 9 of Swords. And High Priestess. Love it. Love it, love it. No. One more under Wheel of Fortune, please. Cards are just popping for you. Knight of Wands. All right. Ah, it's so hot, guys. All right, so we have the 9 of Swords, the High Priestess, which I love, under the King of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. The 9 of Swords, again, it's an ending of a cycle. It's an ending. Something's coming to a close. Something's coming to completion. This is your anxiety. This is your stress. This is your worry. This is your bad dreams. This is your nightmares, keeping you up at night. You know, I feel like whatever the situation was that you had to walk away from, you are, you know, worried that maybe you didn't make the right call. Maybe you didn't make the right, choice, you know, decision, whatever, moving out of. And you could have worry and anxiety over this situation. But I just feel with this situation, especially with the Knight and the Fish, because whatever the situation was, you've learned your lessons. You've taken your lessons learned, and you're moving forward with it. And along with that, since this is your key energy cards, you will have great abundance, and you are going to have movement in this direction. You had to let go. You had to, almost like a sacrifice, you had to let go of something in order to move forward. And your worry, stress, and anxiety is going to be over. There's going to be some closure to that, where it's not so prevalent for you. We have the High Priestess and with the King of Wands, and then we also have the Guarded and the Letter. This is in your intuition. Again, taking your lessons learned, taking your knowledge. This is also showing that we can go through life as, you know, perpetual students. We can go through life with our nose in the book, always learning, always learning, always learning. There comes a time that you need to practice what you preach. There comes a time where you have to show what you can do. There comes a time where you have to not rely on the book and wing it and go from knowledge, right? You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust what you know. Is it scary at first? Yes, but that's the only way we grow and learn, really. And then we trust ourselves, and the more we trust our knowledge, the more our intuition expands, and the more we trust our intuition, the more we are one with that, if that makes any sense. It brings that balance, and it brings in that that trust. And, you know, especially Guarded, you know you can trust yourself. You know you can trust yourself. So you need to rely on that. And Aries, I mean, you're very, you know, you're very commanding, and you are with yourself also, but you have to trust your instincts and know when you know. I mean, it's like, you know, some people say, I just knew I shouldn't have turned that way, or whatever, or I knew I shouldn't have went out with them, or whatever. And then you have some that have a bad experience and say, I didn't get any red flags. So did we have red flags and choose not to see it, or did we honestly not have them? But you have a lot of instinct. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge in you, intuitiveness, a lot of intuitiveness. We have Knight of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have Blind and Garden. Knight of Wands is a person coming in. Again, it could be you, Aries. If not, it's somebody younger than you. Not by much. I mean, if you're 20s and 30s, it could be around your age. They are, again, they take action. It's somebody coming in that takes action. Somebody coming in that wants to help. If it's, I don't feel this is you, though. I feel it's somebody that respects you. I feel it's somebody that maybe can help you. There's growth here. There is a sense of almost urgency. And I like the way he's running toward the High Priestess. It's like, almost like notice me, see me. Knight of Wands energy can also be a card of, again, somebody that's in to help you, but they get bored easily, as Aries does. Aries, Leo, Sag. So that's the Knight energy also of Wands. So this might not be a long-term goal person. And if it is, I mean, if it's somebody you want to go out and have fun with, then by all means. But if it's somebody you want to settle down with, maybe not. The High Priestess, if it's a person coming in, it could be a spiritual guide. It could be somebody there to, somebody you, like a counselor, or somebody that you might talk to, or they can enlighten you also. But I feel like it's telling you really to trust your instincts, to tell you that, yes, you know a lot, practice what you preach, put that knowledge to the test. I like it with the letter card, because it is, to me, taking something slow, not really in a hurry. And if there's somebody like in a distance relationship, really getting to know somebody, maybe writing letters, maybe corresponding, maybe not seeing somebody every day, right? I think that means a lot. Bottom of the deck energy, we have for our subconscious, the Seven of Pentacles. Again, I love it because it is the movement forward that we have with fish. We have, figuring out what you want. That's what I talked about with this one. I love how he's holding the staff too. Isn't that funny? Figuring out what you want. In a relationship, maybe you want them, somebody that wants children, somebody that doesn't want children, somebody that is not attached, divorced, and there's no significant others, or, they like Star Wars, or whatever it is that you are into, and you're manifesting, you're planting the seeds for what you want to manifest. And the thing I have to tell you, Aries, is you do this, it's like you do this wholeheartedly and go in with it, and then you doubt yourself because it doesn't happen like that. And I'm just here to tell you, you have to give it time. You have to give it time. You just have to let it grow. When you put it out to the universe, let it go. Let it go and let it grow, because it will happen, but you can't force it, and you can't expect it today or tomorrow. It's like if you plant a seed and you expect a watermelon tomorrow. That's not going to happen. We all know that. And these are little seeds you're planting. This is already growing. This is already flowering, so to speak. So just be patient a little longer. Just be patient a little longer. And then I feel like you're going to have a lot of different options in the dating world, or in the, partner world, than you ever thought imaginable. Let's pull a clarifier on Nine of Swords and Eight of Cups, please. Nine of Swords and Eight of Cups. All right. We have the Knight of Wands again. Yep, we have the Knight of Wands. So again, somebody coming in, somebody that likes to have fun. And really, what I feel with this card is that, by all means, this is heavy stuff. You have heavy stuff here, even with the Knight, because You're moving out of a heavy time. You're moving out of a dark time. So by all means, go have fun. Kick up your heels. Go out and have fun, even if it is with somebody that you know is not going to be a partner ever, you know. But go have fun. Go out and have fun. Kick up your heels. You know, do silly stuff, whatever, in a respectful way. But I just feel like this play attitude with this card, right? Don't, it's almost like the sillier the better, the giddier the better, whatever it is that's going to be fun and take your mind off the heavy, dark stuff. Do it. It could be with again, with the person that is, you know, is not going to be a permanent fixture, but just go out and have fun, because the Knight of Wands is really, really a fun card, or a fun person. I guess a fun card too. He doesn't look too fun here. He looks authoritative, but he is Aries, so Aries, Leo, Sag, so they are going to have that take care of business matter. High Priestess and the King of Wands with guarded in the letter. Ten of Swords, yeah. You know, I just feel with this card is, it goes along with the Eight of Cups, cutting out what doesn't serve you anymore. I think in a past relationship or past relationships, a piece of you went with them. A piece of you went with the relationships, and it hurt. And I don't think you think that you're ever going to get that part back, and you may not. You almost leave part of it with somebody or with that person, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay as long as you know it. It's okay. I just think the whole thing, however, old relationships were, you know, the endings or whatever were a shock, or they hurt, or again, you get so invested in your relationships that literally a piece of you goes with them. A piece of you goes with each of them, and it takes a long time for you to, if ever, to get that back. And I think that's where that inner knowing, that intuitiveness comes. I think that's why you're guarded, and I think that's why you're so stoic in your throne. I think that's why you're in charge, or why you're the overseer, or why you are, you know, almost like vetting whoever's coming in. It's like you just don't want anybody, right? Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and we have blind. That's right, blind and guarded. All right. All right, we have the Queen of Cups. What a cool card. I just feel with this card is that with a lot of things comes a lot of responsibility, right? With love comes a lot of responsibility. The Queen of Cups is the ultimate card of love. Being in touch with your emotions, being in touch with your feelings the things, right? Again, the intuitiveness that goes along with the High Priestess, the knowing, being in charge of your emotions, not getting over emotional on, I mean, the situation. Look at that little dragon thing coming at, you know, if this was real, but she's very calm and collective. It's like, okay, how can I get over this, or how can I maybe help that person and get rid of these people or these critters or whatever, or get them back to the ocean, or, you know, again, I feel with this card is let your imagination go, dream big, you know, put in the order for what you want to manifest in your world for a significant other, and put it all out there. If you want them to have money and be self-sufficient and do all the things, but in the meantime, you're holding tight to your emotions. You're holding tight to your feelings. You are not just falling for the first person that comes along. figuring out the situation. I feel like it's a case by case by case by case with this card, with that beautiful queen energy. I just love it. I could just look at these cards all day. I like how her focus is on this person and not on these things. It's like, okay, how can I pull you out of there, or how can I help you? Interesting. All right, let's pull some oracle cards for you guys. Let's pull some oracles for you. Have to let me know how this resonates, Aries. Codependency. Yeah, that could be, that one just popped out. That could be what you're getting out of, what you don't want to go back into, right? You don't want to go back into that codependent relationship. And control. Yeah. See, I think it could be what you are getting out of, what you're moving away from. And if you're in a relationship that they're controlling, they're narcissistic, or whatever have you, it's really hard emotionally to detach yourself, and it can take years. There's therapists out there that can help with that, and specifically, especially if they're narcissistic. But it also is knowing that, you know, you're getting away from a situation that could be potentially dangerous to you and potentially be all-consuming for your life, right? With the codependency. So we have codependency and control. So it's two things you don't want to get back into. I think you know the flags. I think you are, again, the overseer. That's why you're guarded. That's why you're blind. Maybe you're not ready yet. Taking the time, again, just having fun, going out and having fun. Taking the time needed just to you know, see what's out there, or not jump into any quote-unquote relationship. Maybe it's a time for you just to go out and have fun right now and not put too much emphasis in a long-term relationship until it meets your criteria, until it meets what you are setting up. All right, one more card for you. It's a little witchy, my little witchy cards. Since it's Halloween season, went a little bit darker on the decks. So, wisdom, definitely. Inner wisdom nurtures the skills necessary to see through all possibilities. Goes beautiful with the High Priestess. That's what we talked about with the books. You know, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. Utilize it, put it to use. Now's the time. Put your skills to use in relationships. All right? Take all your knowledge and move forward with it. The fish, the abundance, beautiful. Aries, take care of yourself. Be blessed. If you're interested, I put out monthly readings, mid-month readings, I guess I should say. They are, I put them out about the 15th of every month. They are for general, and then I do health, career, finance, and love. So if you're interested in those, check those out. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You won't miss anything. Again, lessons learned, right? Aries, take care, be safe, be blessed. If anything, give this a thumbs up if you liked it, because it helps others see this video, and it can, I don't know, whatever. I don't know how it works. Take care, guys. Good luck to you all. Let me know how this resonates. Bye for now.